To nobody's surprise at all, there's a new report floating around that there are same-sex romance options confirmed for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, this isn't anything new in the Assassin's Creed series. As a matter of fact, in Valhalla, I was the big butch muscle mommy Viking, and I had some lesbian sex with one of the characters in the game. So it's not anything new. The thing that irks me the most about this, though, is this game already has enough DEI injected with this individual right here, Yasuke, who's being embellished as a legendary black samurai thanks to this guy, Thomas Lockley, who's a historian that works at Nihon University, and he's since deleted all of his Facebook and social media because it's been exposed that he has edited the Wikipedia page, the Encyclopedia Britannica pages, to have his book. He wrote a book, a fictional 400-plus page book about Yasuke that's full of fabricated fictional nonsense. Because guess what? There's literally only like 2 little small pieces of paper that detail any actual historical facts about Yasuke. This guy's responsible for all of it. Yasuke is the reason why we have Assassin's Creed Shadows with him as the protagonist. It's a whole fictional, embellished black samurai story. This guy's gone into hiding, guys. He was caught editing and using his, I guess, historical writings as sources cited on different various works, including the Wikipedia and everything. So he's gone. Well, this is nothing new, and it's pissed people off to the point where there's over 90,000 signatures on this petition made by Japanese people, Japanese gamers, Japanese citizens that feel that Assassin's Creed Shadows is disrespecting Japanese culture. This isn't a right-wing grift, all right? People tried to paint it as some right-wing grift. There was a whole bunch of people crying about wokeness. No, this is bigger than that, guys. This is a game that is literally misrepresenting Japanese history, misrepresenting Japanese culture, and I've been getting an influx of people that have actually signed this petition, and they're coming to the channel, they're commenting, they're talking about how they feel about this game, and it's important that you voice your criticism on it. You guys feel disrespected, I'm with you, okay? This ain't going to cancel the game at all. This game's probably still going to come out. I don't think Ubisoft is going to make any change, but it's still good to let them know how angry you are, considering that it's a game that takes place in Japan. You guys would want an actual historical figure with some notoriety if they're going to have a samurai that's a Japanese character that doesn't disrespect it by having them behead Japanese people to hip-hop music. And most importantly, one that doesn't try to fill in DEI checkboxes like Yasuke. And not only did they go the person of color route, now apparently they're going the LGBTQ route. So this came out actually a while back. I remember reading back like in May that there was rumors that Yasuke would be an LGBTQ character. Remember, this takes place in ancient Japan. There was no such thing as LGBTQ representation and all that woke nonsense, but they're injecting it into this game, and that is what's cringe. I don't care if a character is gay in a game. I don't care if a character is a person of color in a game, but when you're trying to make something be represented as something historically accurate, please don't try to use checkboxes of DEI points. Please don't use somebody like Thomas Lockley, who's been exposed and is literally like on the run for his bullshit and nonsense. Look at this. They literally claim that they never spoke to Ubisoft before deleting all their accounts, but it's been confirmed that he literally was on a Spotify podcast with them, and it's been confirmed that he basically was a consultant for historical accuracy for this game. So this game is going to be full of lies. So the Japanese people, you guys are rightfully upset. This isn't a grift. You guys are rightfully upset for your country's history and your country's culture being misrepresented. And now you're going to have to deal with LGBTQ nonsense in it. And that's what pisses me off the most. Yasuke, you're making him the protagonist, but you're also making sure you make him gay. Imagine being a historical figure, even though Yasuke is not really that important. Imagine 200 years from now, somebody makes a video game or a piece of media and they make sure that you're gay in it. Now, I know what you're saying. It's optional. You don't have to do it. It's optional. It's so people could feel represented. That's exactly the bullshit. It's fucking shoehorned in there. The fact that it's even an option is unreal. Well, there's this tweet going around from JorRaptor that says, here's new info. Both Yasuke and Naoe, we never really talk about her, and I can't even pronounce her name right, have unique romances. So different characters they can romance instead of the same. So they have a variety of it. It's like a dating sim type of thing. Again, Assassin's Creed has had it in the past. It's nothing new. Same-sex romance is back for both characters, so it's back. Yasuke cannot wear a hood, only Naoe. There should be more developed relationships, a chance to get really close to people compared to previous titles. There's seasons that have impact on gameplay, and they will not only change before after main missions, but also while in the open world. There's a clock that starts to tick in the background while exploring Japan. Seasons will constantly change based on playtime. You can't change the seasons or time of day manually. So no meditate feature anymore. You can kill most Templar targets in all 4 seasons, so players should have different experiences while taking out the same target. The game will automatically remove your headgear in conversations and certain cutscenes. So some of these seasons and dynamic like time and weather things sound pretty cool. But again, we have to have the same sex interjected into it. And again, when you're looking for historical context, especially with figures that are overly embellished like Thomas Lockley did, it gets a bit cringe when you have to be like, yeah, let's make these dudes gay. They just had to add that in there. Already, this game has already been receiving backlash to the point where we have almost 100,000 people signing this that are upset. They feel disrespected. Rightfully so, like I said. Now, this is getting a little bit of heat. I've seen some people talking about it. You can see people saying, is there an option romance Naoe as Yasuke? Can you even have both of the main characters romance each other? Apparently not, because we can't have male-female stuff anymore. It has to fit an agenda. It has to fit a woke agenda, right? And this is a banger meme right here. Everyone, we want an Assassin's Creed game with political plots and hooded protagonists with hidden blades. Ubisoft. Did I hear an Ass Creed game? And of course, you got the touch tips, the touch tip stick. God. Anyways, continuing on, you can see no need for romance stuff. Some people just don't like the dating stuff. It's actually optional most of the time, but you know, at times it just seems like you have to force that in, right? You have to force it in. You have to make, LGBTQ representation. You see, this is floating around for some people. Right here, Abdul says, so there goes my interest for the game, straight into the gutter. This goes completely against the Assassin Brotherhood, and Odyssey is accepted because a hidden one did not exist. In Valhalla, Eivor was not even hidden one, so this already leads me to believe that none of the characters will be assassins. Well, there goes my hopes for Yasuke getting a Ghost of Tsushima type looking assassin outfit, because no robe or hood. I don't know, man. I think every time we hear a little bit of something else being DEI injected in this, I can already hear it from the Wokies. Dude, it's just optional. It's something that's not important. You don't even have to do it to complete the game. The fact that it's in there is annoying enough. And it's not because I hate gay characters and stuff. It's because Yasuke, as a historical figure, was not gay. Well, how do you know that? How do you know he wasn't? Dude, it's ancient Japan. Nobody walked around saying, oh, I'm gay. Especially in Japan. And again, this is an old rumor. You can see this was hinted out about back in, May? That they hint that the protagonist can be LGBTQ+. Of course they can. This game's already been branded woke a long time ago. And you could even see at one point on this tweet from Ian Miles Chong, Elon Musk just self-owned this game. You can see, should Ubisoft delay Assassin's Creed Shadows in response to widespread backlash over the game's injection of DEI? The game is so thoroughly woke that it features a black gay protagonist depicted as a real historical samurai in Japan. Offensive beyond belief, no one asked for. Exactly. If it's historically accurate, why are you forcing in the option to have gay stuff? And you can see Elon Musk just owned it. DEI kills art. And that hit the nail on the head. And I'm so glad that Elon Musk has the balls most of the time to call this stuff out. Because it's right. DEI takes all creativity and all freedom just so you could try to not offend people. Just so a small percentage of people could feel that your game is politically correct. Look what they're doing at Genshin Impact now. The characters are too white in there. If you can imagine the backlash that the wokies would have if instead of Yasuke, it was a white character, they would be flipping because they hate white people. Oh, but the white ring grifters are mad because it's a black protagonist. Okay, what about the Japanese people? They're livid that they have somebody that's being embellished for it being a legendary historical figure when they weren't. Again, over 90,000 people have signed this. Actual Japanese people that feel disrespected by this game. Now, nothing that they have been doing at this point is probably going to save this game. Sure, it might sell decently, whatever, but they had a expo, a Japanese expo in Paris where their booth was completely empty. Completely empty. People were using the chairs as resting spots. It seems like the marketing and the passion and the interest in this game is just going down day by day. And you could try to say that's some kind of like narrative that us grifters are trying to plant. Proof's in the pudding right here. Literally. Ubisoft staff are asking that anyone using the seats at Assassin's Creed Shadows booth to turn around to face their screen. People are using them as benches to watch the much more popular Nintendo booth across the way. Nobody cares about Ubisoft, and you can see the photos and stuff. It's to the point where nobody's buying into this nonsense anymore, just because you want to check out boxes and stuff. And also, don't forget, they had a whole bunch of inaccurate items at their booth that they bought off of Amazon to make their set, including a sword from One Piece. Yeah, they literally had the sword from One Piece. Rorono's Zoro's katana. They claim that this was Yusuke's. So nothing, even in their marketing department, they can't get this wrong, which is why the Japanese people feel so offended by it. It's like, I don't know. And then on top of that, we have an actual Japanese politician, Satoshi Hamada, that's going to be taking this to the Japan Diet to show all the examples of this game misrepresenting Japanese culture, misrepresenting Japanese history, and just all around being disrespectful. Accusations of generative AI, accusations of stuff being incorrect and out of place. I mean, this is big. This goes beyond just a right-wing grift, which what these wokies want to try to paint it as. All right? We got several Japanese people upset about this. If you actually go to this petition, you will see how angry people are. This ain't going to cancel the game at all. But please, don't stop voicing your concern. Escalate it. Write about it. Post about it. Make your videos. I've seen some great videos from Japanese YouTubers talking about their issues with this game. And I feel for you guys. So make sure you guys don't stop talking. And if you're watching over here from Japan, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Feel free to voice yourself in the comments. You're not going to be censored here if you're offended by this. This is not a woke grift. This is a slap in the face to Japanese culture for DEI points based on what Thomas Lockley put. We're getting LGBTQ, person of color, inaccurate stuff just to have it, just so DEI people could be happy about it. And that's what's sickening about this. And it's got to stop.